NFC South, the good old NFC South. I like this one. I like this one a lot. I kind of like, just like I like the NFC North. I like the NFC North and the NFC South.
Some good stories in here.
We got South, Tampa Bay, New Orleans, Atlanta, and Carolina. So this is how we fared last year, big homie. Okay. TB was over under was 12. They finished at 13. We both picked the over. New Orleans, over under was 9. They finished at 9. We both picked them to finish at 9. And that was without my boy Jameis Winston, by the way. Little tidbit for y'all. And then Atlanta was 7.5 over under, and we both picked the under on that one. And then let's see, they finished at 7, and then Carolina was 7.5 over under. They finished at 5. We both picked the over. That was before we knew that Christian McCaffrey would never play another football down his entire life or whatever. After coming off an injury,
it's me, Christian McCaffrey, and Kawhi Leonard, bro. We don't have to play. We just under contract. That's for 2 years straight. 2 years straight. Where have we been?
And I still don't understand how people are still buying into him on fantasy drafts and putting in there. Like, he would be the farthest from a pick that I'd even want on my roster. I mean, I would take a third string running back over Christian McCaffrey at this point.
I was hoping I didn't have a 4 in a fantasy and had him sitting there with after Cooper Kupp was picked. Oh man, I was hoping I wasn't forced to pick that dude, man. I'm off, man. I've been burnt twice, 2 years in a row. I'm off. CMC.
I mean, yeah,
Baker Mayfield or not. I mean, because hey, it's NFL season. Now we can start bringing out the hype words. Baker Mayfield is coming correct, especially in week 1 with juice, baby. You know what I'm saying? He's bringing the juice. So everybody's going to be lathered up this week. But what happens after that? Because CMC has a good game first week. He has a good game in fantasy week 2.
And then he'll be on the IR for the rest of the year. Yeah. So, he'll see what happens there. So speaking of the Panthers, you got the additions of Baker there, right? Obviously, everybody knows that Baker's there. Yeah. They got
Rashard Higgins over there. My guy Justin Corbett, you got him to O-line for you. Came from the Rams transplant. So Xavier Woods, I mean, you got a couple guys to come over there and play. And, they lost Stephon Gilmore. I thought he was going to stick around with those guys and play and be on the squad. And I looked up and he wasn't on the squad this year. But other than that, they're rocking with the same team that they expected to do okay with Sam Darnold last year. Because you still got Robbie there catching passes, and he still catches crazy, okay? And he's been doing it. And then you got DJ is still there. DJ Moore still your number 1. So then you bring that together, and let's see if Baker Mayfield is lathered up. I already said that I didn't think that he was going to win the job from Darnold at the beginning of the season, but that was the beginning of the season, because once preseason started, it was clear that that's what was going on. So, and they brought in DJ Chark too on the Panthers too, that I saw during the fantasy draft. So that's one more set of hands, man, that he could throw to. So the Panthers are looking up, man. They got a light number. They got a light number this year, 6.5. But let's look at their schedule since we started with them. The NFC South is playing this year the AFC North. So that's why we have the revenge game for Baker Mayfield week 1. Okay, because you're getting Cincinnati and you're getting Cleveland and those guys, and you're getting our boys, the NFC West, which is going to make it real hard on the yard for the teams in the NFC South, which puts Tampa Bay number 4 strength of schedule. It's hard out here. New Orleans Saints strength of schedule number 7. It's hard out here. Atlanta Falcons. Ooh, I feel sorry for y'all because it's hard out here. They number 9. Okay, in strength of schedule. So it is hard out here for these teams Where's that last team that I'm missing? Where's Carolina? Oh, there they go. How did I miss them? Carolina Panthers, number 12. So they got a hard schedule. These two teams, Carolina and Atlanta. I'm sorry, I don't know why I couldn't get that out. That are two projects with two new quarterbacks are thrown into top 15 hardest schedules, top 12 hardest schedules in the league this
year. Yikes. This puts a damper on my playoff scenarios I got going on in my head right now.
And for those reasons is the reason why you would look at a nice juicy 6.5 from Carolina and go, that is primed up perfect Stix style right there to say he's running up to the counter with over money. He run like Shaggy from Scooby-Doo where your legs run in place first and then you jet off. That's exactly what he's doing with over money to the counter. For those reasons, For those reasons, I have Carolina under, and they are a 6-win team.
Ooh, I can't wait till the final discussion on the NFC.
You believe
you're gonna love me under 6.5.
I'm telling you, man.
Well, I mean, you're right, 100% right. 5 wins last year with Darnold and no McCaffrey. I'm going the over 6.5 with Baker.
He's good for one more win.
He's good for a few more wins. I'll just leave it at that.
No, he's good for this one revenge win right here, and that's and the rest of them to make it 6, and then they'll be good.
I don't know if we have much to talk about with the Atlanta Falcons. It's kind of scary, they lost Matt Ryan.
Mariota.
But they do have Mariota, and we saw what Mariota could do when he's given the chance when he was in Las Vegas. So, I mean, we'll see what happens. I mean, but I just don't think he has a whole lot around him. Dennis Allen.
Ridley, he got a year-long suspension, so he ain't rolling through there.
What's
your boy Calvin Ridley, he's gonna be doing parlays. He's not coming. He's not rolling through the locker room.
Yeah, that's rough, man. They still have him out. I don't like that at all.
You lost Russell Gage in division to Tom Brady because Tom Brady was losing bodies left and right. So he goes up there. You lose Hayden Hurst, who was the one tight end that you had that could catch some passes. But you got Kyle Pitts, so he can do just about everything for you. And
that USC wide receiver Drake London's supposed to be the next hit, right?
He's gonna be your fill and spill guy, and hope that you got your next Roddy White into Julio Jones into what was supposed to be Calvin Ridley, but maybe it'll be Drake London will be your next rollover guy out there, and then they can put the rest of the bodies that they had out there to go with them. And hope that they have some. Cordero Patterson is still out there, Swiss Army and knifing everybody.
Yep. Yeah, I mean, they might surprise some people. 4.5 over under on that, but
shit.
But
they ain't surprising slick shit, bro. They're top 10 strength of schedule. They're not surprising shit, G.
Yeah, well, I'm not. They had 7 last year, 4.5 this year is kind of a slap in the face to them. So with the strength of schedule, that must be what they're rolling with.
Go ahead and say over again.
Oh no, I'm staying away from that one. I ain't know nothing. I ain't know nothing about no Arthur Smith besides his dad started FedEx. So
I didn't even know that.
He's doing it for the love of the game to coach. I'll tell you that right
now. I didn't even know that. Let's give it to these dudes that matter, man.
So we got
that's an under. That's all day under.
We got you already picked your hard U. You want me to throw a U on there for that one too?
No. Because my two haven't come up yet. I just think that Carolina is under. That's not my like though. That's not my heavy like. I just think that they're under team. They're a good 6 because of their strength of schedule. And the Atlanta Falcons are going to be a good 4. Okay, that's just what it's going to be. And then you've got 2 other teams in here with, let's go, Tampa Bay, 11.5 scheduled per Vegas. And then what are we talking about with New Orleans? They're getting a light 8.5, which we expect for them to overachieve, right? How much though?
Who?
How much though? New Orleans.
Oh.
Everybody's on the wagon. Tell me you can't say this is the one year you're not on the wagon.
Oh, no, I'm on it, especially with the healthy Jameis.
Young crab.
5,500 yards passing.
Come on.
And he's talking. You should have heard did you hear him yesterday? He's talking about knees, elbows, heads, and toes and shoulders and and hips and all that, man. He's locked in. He's in prime Jameis mode right now.
Yes, sir.
He's ready to go.
Got
and
the hip
he's
wiggle
healthy,
in full effect.
Michael Thomas has been waiting all year to play, a whole year to play with
Michael
Jameis.
Thomas is walking in that locker room.
Michael Thomas is there. You got the number 1 pick, Chris Olave, there as well.
Michael Thomas is what happens after Kawhi Leonard and who did we just say? CMC. After 2 years of being gone, you finally get your Michael Thomas, except for now he's 26 or something like that. When you thought you had a young one,
a young Michael Thomas,
you know
right?
Saying? But it's all good. I just looked it up and I was like, damn, he's still young though. It's all good.
He's been still gone that. For I didn't know. I thought he was at least like
Josh
30.
Gordon. Same thing with Josh Gordon. I didn't know Josh Gordon was still in kind of the edge of the prime. Like he could give you some numbers. I didn't know he was that young still. So, but yeah, man. So when we're talking about those guys, they just added, man. Health again is a concern because they got everybody. They get Jameis back. Speaking of young Crab, his leg is now back in effect. We talked about highly documented eye surgery, and that's why the success was popping off in the first half of the season last year.
Before he tore his ACL.
Before you sliced it up, and then, you know what I'm saying, the world-renowned crutch dance in the locker room, it was going down. It looked like the club in there. I thought it was Mardi Gras. I want to be a part of it. Guess who else wanted to be a part of it? The Honey Badger wanted to come home and be a part of it. Jarvis Landry wanted to come back home, okay, to Louisiana to be a part of it. Okay, they drafted Chris Olave. Shoot, Andy Dalton says, shoot, there's something going down there. I'll go hold the clipboard for y'all real quick. I ain't even tripping. Let's go. Let's go.
Red rifle in full effect.
Hopefully we don't have no major incidents with hurricane season and this kind of thing coming up. But that is where you go to pick your games up because they're given, like I mentioned before, a soft 8.5. Now, let's look at strength of schedule. I'm scrolling, bro. Number 7, New Orleans. So that again, that strength of schedule is what's hitting this division.
Number 7, you said, huh?
Number 7, Tampa Bay. Now I can go ahead and reveal that they are in the number 4 position of toughest schedule. Okay, which is the reason, as we could segue and then we could circle back. Tampa Bay is getting an 11.5, and I just don't see it. I'll give them double digits. I'll make them a solid 10, but they don't have those other 2 in them. I don't see it. I don't know where it's coming from because if you look at what we had down in terms of what they brought in, they ain't brought in a damn thing, okay? Except for, well, I talked about Russell Gage. You brought a bunch of clones. You brought a clone of Gronk. You brought a Russell Gage, and then you brought in Julio Jones. And you hope that those dudes Brady can do his thing and just have open bodies to throw the ball to out there. He can do it because Godwin's going to be available week 1. Evans is going to be available week 1. And then if Fournette plays his way into shape, that young running back that they have out there, if he don't play his way into shape, the young running back will end up being famous.
Rashad White and Keyshawn Vaughn. Yep. I think this is the down year for Tampa Bay. Bruce Arians is gone.
The retirement year.
Huh?
This is the retirement year, especially after the news of
everything going on. And he's bought in, but is this where the off the field issues start to creep in at 45? And
we've never heard nothing. We had never heard any problems with Brady. Maybe yes, issues. The wife is tripping at the house. Now it's like wife is tripping at the house, and we've heard about it. So this is it right here.
Yeah, this is definitely the retirement year. I mean, I can't imagine playing anymore if he makes it through the year. Like I said last year, when there was all the talks of retirement, I'll believe it when I see it. He's back taking the first snap. If he takes the first snap, he's in, just like I said. Yeah. But I would take the under 11.5 here. And once we close out the pod, you'll find out why I'm taking the under 11.5 because of my picks. But New Orleans, I would go with the over on the 8.5 there as well. I think with a fully healthy Jameis, and their defense you remember last year, their defense was only their defense, New Orleans defense was like 8th, I believe. I just had it. Where to go?
And that's going to be the thing. And I mark it down while you're looking up for the real number. Mark it up right now. If 7. Tom Brady might, if he can duck retirement and stay healthy this year, I'm telling you, Cameron Hayward is going to haunt this dude. Cameron Hayward might put Tom Brady on retirement this year.
Right. Yeah. New Orleans ended up being the 7th ranked total defense, and they were 4th in points allowed last year at 19.7.
Ballers. So, I had them for fantasy. So
yeah. So I mean, their defense is there still. They didn't lose anybody from their defense. It's a big loss. So we'll see. But I agree with the Tampa Bay. I think this is definitely a down year for them. Did you have a forced over or forced under for the NFC South?
I do, man. Lock it in. This is probably my best bet out of all of my forces. It's the Saints, man. It's a light number, 8.5. They've got, because of their strength of schedule, it might be tough. I know they got a 9 in them easy. You can get that if you want the 9 or over 8.5. You can get that at -110. And then my force under is the -125 Tampa Bay Buccaneers, because we in agreement with that, man. Yeah. This is just going to be a down year. I just didn't think, I thought he was going to get forced into a down year because they was going to play him out of it. He was going to look old this year. But now with all this other stuff, I think he can get through the year upright and he just walk off. And maybe halfway through the year, he might pull one of those, this is my last year and I'm playing this out like Big Ben did last year.
Right. Yeah, I 100% agree with you there on that one.